Hey there, Stuart Robertson, SRF Pro. This is week 3, workout 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this video into 3 sections so I'm not constantly rearranging the camera angle, which I guess could be a little annoying. So if you do see an obvious 3 sections spliced together, that's the reason why, and I hope you can bear with me for that. So let's get started with the first one. I'm going to show you a cable lat pull down, which we're going to do in the cable machine here. With a lat pull down, what we want to do is just miss our nose and no more from a kneeling position. So let me demonstrate. So from here, I'm kneeling almost directly under the cable anchor, and I'm breathing out on the way down, and squeezing my shoulder blades together, working the rhomboids, and slowly back up again. So I can blast down with gusto, then slowly all the way back up. And I'm not far from just missing my nose. That's lat pull down. It's a very similar move is reverse grip pull down. So we bring the biceps into play. I prefer this handle for this move, but again, it's a cable machine, there's loads of different handles. You guys choose. With this one, we have a reverse grip, biceps curl grip, and very similar again. I'm kneeling down almost directly under it, and then pulling the weight down, really just to the collarbone kind of depth. Blasting down and slowly up, controlled all the way. Again, focus or have your client focus on the back muscles, and that will help them keep their form correct. So that's the cable machine moves. Straight back the whole time, and let me just come back to the other moves shortly. Swiss ball crunches is our next move. We have a Swiss ball, and we very carefully get onto the Swiss ball. Some people prefer to have their toes wedged up against a wall or a surface, and but some people don't require it. The important thing here is fingers are going to be pointed towards a target, either an actual target where you can stand with your hands where you want them to reach, or perhaps a point in the wall. But if their hands go back like this, then there is a chance that they could flip. So just be very careful, keep the weight pointing forward. And as they lean back to a comfortable but good range of motion point, and then crunch forward, really focusing on the stomach muscles, all the way forward to that point, and then back again. Swiss ball crunches. This is a good one for back safety as well. Some clients will really get a lot out of this move, and you can decide if you keep this as one of the staple core abs moves. Next one I'd like to run through is back extensions. With back extensions, I like the starting point to have hands and feet slightly off the ground here, and then as we count the first one, we raise hands and feet further off the ground, and then back down, and then up again, hold for just a few seconds, and then back down. The important thing I found here is that if we make sure clients focus on lifting thighs off the ground, that helps keep the legs straight. If you ask them just to lift the legs off the ground, quite often it then hinges at the knee, because that's human nature. So I always ask them to lift the thighs off the ground, it helps keep the legs straight. And that's back extensions. Very last one is standard plank. We've done this before, I'm sure, but I thought I'd run through since it's week 3. Is we are on the forearms for this standard plank, and we want to get into a strong position where we have a straight line from our heels up to our shoulder blades, and we're just staying still, making sure the hips don't come down, making sure the backside doesn't raise too high. We just want perfection, and we're holding it here. Nice isometric move, working on the stabilizer muscles as well as the different abdominal groups. Standard plank. This is hammer curls to standard curl. Hammer to standard curls. where we start off in a hammer curl position. My elbows are not going to move, they're going to stay pivoted into my sides here, and I'm going to switch to a regular bicep curl position once I've cleared my legs. So I'm immediately going into a regular, all the way down at the very last second, turning it back into a hammer curl, just so our legs don't get in the way and we have to impede range of motion. Hammer to biceps curl. Again from profile, that would be starting in the hammer position, palms of the hand face in, and then switching to regular hand grip for the remainder of the move. Okay. Next move is lawnmowers. Again, we've done this before. We only need one dumbbell for this. If we start on the left, assuming your client's right-handed, then we have a big bend in the right leg. And in that gap, we, as if we're starting a lawnmower, blast the bicep up with our elbows tucked in, nice high elbows, and slowly back down. My right arm is just resting nonchalantly onto my right knee here. Breathing out and the way up, in and the way back down. Again, focusing on the back muscles, trying not to have too much torso rotation there, and obviously repeat for the same number of reps using the right arm. Two more moves. Dumbbell shrugs. Don't get much of a simpler move here. Range of motion is always very unusual with this move. About shoulder width apart for the feet, so we've got a nice comfortable foundation, and all we're doing is shrugging. So we lift the shoulders nice and high. The important thing here is we go all the way down. If we remain in a slight shrug, then we won't get any range of motion. So all the way up and then straight down. And again from profile, the temptation is to go up and do little circles, which whilst it probably won't do you much harm, the correct training point is straight up and straight down. That's shrugs. You can afford to go a little bit heavier than some of the moves, but err on the side of caution. Don't make the dumbbells too heavy. The very last move is seated wrist curls. I'll use a Swiss ball here. You can use a chair or a bench or whatever you like. And it's always more of a fun move, this one. I certainly ain't too bothered about developing this one. Okay, so starting with wrists straight, we go down, so the wrists are cocked, and then all the way back up, whilst keeping our forearms still flat on our knees there. And slowly back down, and all the way up. Again, a strange range of motion, this one, but it's really just for the forearm muscles. I've got a very light weight here, and that's enough. Unless you're dealing with a very strong client. So again, I'm like a broken record, but err on the side of caution with this one. It's not a move that we're too bothered about developing. It's just again for a little bit of variation. And that is the moves for workout number 2 in week 3. So thanks for watching. I'll be right back.